And Guillermo is up next in Toronto, Canada. Guillermo, you're on the Ken Coleman Show. How are you?
I'm good, Ken. How are you?
I can't complain. I am living the dream. What's going on with you?
Thank you for taking my call, first of all.
You bet.
I have a bit of an accent, so if I ever struggle to be understood, let me know.
You sound great. I'm just afraid I butchered your name. I hope I said it pretty well.
It's okay. It's a hard one to pronounce in English.
How do you say it? I want to learn.
In Spanish, it's Guillermo. In English, people just say Guillermo, and it's like, that's good enough.
Okay, so my English version was okay.
Yeah, it was totally okay.
Totally okay. Good. All right. Because if I butcher it, I'll own it right here. I'm never above learning. All right. So how can I help you today?
So what happened is I'm 29 currently, and in my 20s I studied film in Canada, and I went into film because I wasn't sure what to study, and a philosophy teacher I had in high school said, "Hey, you like music, you like writing, acting, all those things are in that career." So I went into it, but it was a career that was kind of plagued by insecurities, need for validation. And nowadays I really want to start making more money. Like I really want to make a better living. So I was thinking of going to architecture, not as lucrative. So now I'm looking into real estate, and I'm actually really interested. The only thing is that there were a lot of aspects of filmmaking that I discovered that are gifts that I have that I think are my biggest talents. Writing, creativity, storytelling, leadership, search of meaning, and I'm worried of losing those or not, making use of them in a real estate career. But then an arts career is just so much more risky, so much more success is so much more unlikely. And I just wonder if, how do I deal with this, dichotomy? Like, where do I go? What do I do?
Well, I love how you've walked this thing right to the point of the question, but I think in some ways you've started to answer your own question. So I don't even mind if you don't have an answer to this, but here's the right question for you to be acting on today, the minute we hang up on our phone call, okay? The question is, how do you use those top talents, skills of writing, storytelling, creativity, leadership? Did I leave anything out?
No, you got it all.
How do you use those skills to win in real estate? That's the question. That's the right question. Because you've shown some interest in the work itself. What interests you about real estate? Let's go to passion. We know what your talent is. But when we look at passion, I define passion in the context of this show and working on purpose as work that you just love. I love this work. So what is that with real estate now that you've looked into it?
Well, I think I've always been interested in homes as a kid, these spaces. And on a more sentimental note is that I had to leave my country because it was a crisis. I'm from Venezuela originally.
Yeah.
And I think there's something about home building that, the fact that you lose your home, you value it, and I see value in helping other people find the right home for them. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense. Listen, so you ready? I'm going to call you G. Can I call you G for the rest of the show?
Yeah, everyone does that, so go ahead.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. I had no idea. All right, so G, I want you to now take a shot at answering that question I framed for you. Mm-hmm. How do you use your writing skills, your stories telling skills, your creative skills, which kind of feed into that whole writing, storytelling side of things, creating a mood, that's what filmmakers do. They take a story and they create in all these different scenes. They create moods for us, right? They take us on a journey through the story. And so how would you take those skills and then leadership and win in the real estate industry? Tell me.
I mean, a quick shot, I think.
Say that again?
A quick shot at it. I'm trying to turn my brain off because...
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, just tell me. What would that look like? You want to sell homes, yes or no?
Yeah, I like to give it a shot, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. How would your writing skills make you, let's assume right now, let's fast forward you're ready to start selling houses today. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got the licensing, you got a broker that's taking care of you, and you got some mentor there through that broker, and you're ready to start getting clients to list with you, or you're ready to start showing houses to other people. How are you going to use your writing and storytelling skills to sell houses?
Well, an idea that I did have was maybe making videos that, show off the houses like remotely, but they're not simply like showing the space in pictures, but I can actually get actors and show how the space would look at the home.
Fantastic idea, G. Bro.
Thank you.
How many real estate professionals have kick butt Instagram profiles? I'll bet you the best.
Idea.
I'll bet you the best ones have killer ones. I'll bet you there's successful people who don't have great social media, but for somebody like you have the ability, because of your background, to come in and shoot it yourself, probably on an iPhone or something like that. Cut it up, and you take the video storytelling ability, and then the caption that you write on Instagram and Facebook, and wherever else you want to go, and put it out there. The storytelling and the writing and the creativity, it's going to sell houses for you. And then when you actually develop a team under you eventually, that's where that leadership skill. So I got to tell you, telling the story of a home, every home has a story, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Don't you think every room has a story, G?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. From the small to the bigger.
I just think it gives you a leg up. I think you have an advantage right out of the gate. Because
appreciate hearing that.
Because you're going to tell stories when you're walking those people through a home. You're going to tell stories when you list a property. See, because you're either listing properties or you are showing properties. When you're listing, you're creating the narrative. You're helping other real estate professionals tell the story you want told, to be able to sell the house for the folks you listed it for. When you're showing a house, somebody else's house, and you're walking through the rooms and through the house, you go look at it ahead of time, and you've got a story, and you go, how would a documentary director sell this house?
Oh my God, I love that framing.
I know, I got to be honest with you. I'm glad you said that, because when I said that, I went, oh, that's pretty good, Ken. Because sometimes I say things that I'm just real time coaching you, but I think every house you list, every house you show is a documentary. And I think that's how you look at this. So, yeah, I think it fits.
Yeah, I think so too.
Time for you to get busy, G. Time for you to get busy, man. You got work to do. You need to get qualified, if you're not already, and start getting connected to find the right broker, somebody who will pour into you and get you started, and then you do what only you can do, the way that only you can do it. And you're going to win big. You're going to be a multimillionaire, and you're going to be telling stories. Oh no! Don't listen. Listen. The hope is there. It's not about hope anymore. It's about getting after it. You hear me?
Yes.
All right, get after it.